Hey everybody, welcome to another awesome episode of Just Sayin. I'm Claire Galterio, sitting with my favorite brunettes, Sam.
Hey guys.
And Sig Elite, welcome back from the hangover.
Woo-hoo.
We're so happy
Sig,
you're back.
I'm so glad to see you're alive.
Thank you.
I know, she
Last
made
week,
it.
Yeah, I was dead last week. I'm
She
going to tell
made
you.
it.
You didn't give me tequila. What did you give me?
No, that was straight tequila.
Liquid power, a.k.a. Patron.
I'm telling you, I could not get my head.
Siggy, can we just, I really want to know how you felt the next day because I was sitting there watching Claire feed you this alcohol.
A shot.
You,
A
hold
shot.
on.
But-
Hold on. Let me
One.
just say.
Uno.
What it was.
Singular.
Right. But
First off, we were there early and Siggy was
Thank
drinking
you.
wine, many
All right.
glasses of wine.
Thank you.
Claire
Great.
comes and she decides to hand Siggy a Patron shot. And I'm just like shaking my head.
Uno.
Like, when
Uno
you mix
Patron.
wine and Patron, like that is the worst. You're
It
going to feel
is.
like complete crap the next day. So, Siggy, how did you feel the next day?
Well, I felt like I couldn't get my head up off the pillow. I
Sorry. I'm laughing 'cause that's the story of my life.
My body, and I'm not a young chicken anymore. So it takes me a lot longer to recover from something like that.
Yeah.
But I could not get up. My daughter's like, Mom, it's school time. I'm like, shut up.
You're
Isn't
like, I
that the
can't.
worst?
Shut up. I
wait.
can't move.
Isn't that the worst when you? I don't have kids, so I don't know how it really is. But I feel like watching my niece. Maybe Claire, you know how this
Yeah.
is. It's even difficult. So when the parents don't feel good and you have to still take care of
You
your
still have to
kids,
go on.
Sucks.
It is the worst.
Yeah, it's the
And I'm
worst.
like, Sophie, when are you going to drive? Joshua's like, I'm getting my permit. I'm like, that doesn't help me today. So I had to ask my husband to drive the kids, which he doesn't mind. But when I tell you I walked around like a zombie, I could not move my body. Everything ached on me. It took
Yeah.
me 2 days to recover.
Well, Sig, we're happy you're back, and we're also happy about our first guest.
Wait, we actually. I feel like I should.
I was
can
gonna
I
say,
introduce
I'm
him?
gonna have
Yes,
Sam
go
do the
Sam.
honors.
Go Sammy.
Sam, take it
So,
away.
ladies and gentlemen, our first guest for the Just Saying podcast is Vinny Guadagnino from the Jersey Shore.
Hey, round of applause.
That was a great job, Sammy.
Thanks,
that was
man.
great.
Thanks. I've had
Am I
some
not one of
practice.
your favorite brunettes as well?
Yeah.
I'm a brunette.
You'll have to earn my love and affection
Okay,
because
I like that.
Wait,
I've,
hold on.
I've talked about this before on the podcast, so I'm happy you're actually here.
Oh wait,
Mm-hmm.
there's
Do you
What,
want to talk
me?
about something first?
no. We can get into, but Claire has a bone to pick with you.
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, I don't know if I look familiar, but
I'm scared now. Did you guys,
Hold on,
did you
hold
guys
on.
trap me?
Vin,
You should be
wait
scared.
a second.
For all the listeners, I've been talking to this girl like for 30 minutes outside, and she was the coolest person in the world. I don't know what I'm about to hear.
Oh, you don't remember her? That means
That's
That's
well.
what I do.
Huh.
Okay.
You don't remember.
Do you think he's just trying to play Corey now because he's
Probably
nervous?
because he's embarrassed.
No, he doesn't remember.
He's so-
Look at
Oh,
him.
Wait,
yeah, I'm
listen,
turning
I've had
all
really-
sorts of red.
Where's my phone?
Vinny-
I got to take a picture of
Vinny,
this.
I've had some rough nights before, so I could usually side with you, but I cannot believe you don't remember me. This is like really bad.
From what? Did I hook up
Wait,
with
Vin.
you? What's going on?
Wait, that means that he never listened to our podcast before either because we totally talked about this story on
Yep.
Full disclosure, never listened. I wanted this to be fresh for my
Right.
first
Fresh.
time. I didn't want to
Right.
plan anything
Well,
in my
now
head.
you know that you should be listening to us all the time because we'll talk.
My heart's
smack.
beating. What'd I do? How do I know you?
Okay. All right. First of all, Vinny, it's really not that bad. I'm just, it's
Oh, you're just
not what you
hyping it
think
up?
it is. So I was out with my sister over the summer. I think it was July. We were drinking all day, having the best time, and we decided to go to Bounce. So
Okay.
Bounce is so packed. I mean, you guys have been there before. You know how it gets. And my sister's literally the cutest little thing in the whole world. She's 5 feet tall, skinny, long, beautiful brown hair. She's a beautiful little kid. She's 22. And so there's the tables, and so we were trying to step up a level to basically get away from the crowd because we were like so drunk.
The tables up there are VIP. Just let everybody know.
Yes, there are VIP tables. So there wasn't even that many people in the VIP tables. So I just kind of grabbed my sister, up at the step to the VIP area.
Mm-hmm.
And lo and behold, is Vinny in one of these tables. So I'm
Would you
like,
look at that?
I'm
Okay,
like,
continue.
I'm like, oh my God,
I'm not,
you know what?
I'm not seeing. Good.
And I'm like, okay, you know what? Maybe like in any other certain situation, I would have been like, oh, I know, Sam, we do a podcast. Do you mind if I just stand up here for 1 second? I just have to get away from this crowd. Wasn't trying to drink your booze. Wasn't trying to talk you up. Wasn't trying to do anything. And you actually were on your phone the whole time. So that's what I'm saying. You're off the hook. Your buddy was like, you can't stand up here. And I was like, oh, no, I'm not trying to hang out at the table. I'm literally just standing up here for 1 second. Like, I'm trying to reconvene because we're basically, we're just trying to get out. And I'm like, okay, I just need like a second. And he was not having it. He was like, you have to leave. Like, you girls can't stay here.
Wait.
And it was so mean.
Can
I was
ask
like,
you
oh my
something?
God.
Did Vinny look at you at all?
No. That's why I said it's not bad at all.
So it's not even. He
No,
has
not
nothing
at
to do
all.
with it.
He has nothing to do
No,
with it.
Claire.
Not
Yeah,
at
but
all.
that's just like
She just
posse,
wanted to
like,
give me
just
this
wanted-
anxiety
Yeah,
that
I wanted to see him
I'm
sweat.
having. She's having
that
my
we
baby.
had sex already.
Right.
You
Yeah.
just forgot.
So you're basically saying next time I'm in a club and a couple random girls come up to the VIP, I should just tell the bouncer, just let them stay.
No.
I'll never know if I'm gonna run into them again.
No. I think that before the guy who he wasn't a bouncer, he was definitely a friend of yours. He wasn't tall
You know
enough
what
to be
the
a
thing
bouncer.
is
I would like to
I think
talk
before,
about this.
yeah, you guys should definitely. I feel like you dealt with this before.
Sammy, go
No,
ahead.
Vin, you go first. I feel
No,
like we should
I was
talk
just
about
gonna
it.
say when I go to like clubs and stuff, none of these tables are my tables.
Yeah.
I'm just going there because like my friend is the owner, or it's his friend or something like that, and I don't make those decisions.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm telling you, Vinny.
But-
I
Yeah.
was just trying to torture you a little bit and make you sweat a little
You
bit.
really did.
Your
Congratulations.
buddy
No,
was just
but-
telling us to move, and I literally just wanted. I wasn't trying to stand up there the whole time. I wasn't trying to take your booze. I just was
Okay.
taking
Yeah.
a moment.
Now, Claire, remember there was one story where Dina told me she like was out at an event with like Vinny and there was VIP or whatever.
Oh my god! These fucking events with me in the VIP.
This is Dina.
I don't even chill in the VIP anymore. I sit by the bar
This
now.
is Dina, and Dina tried to go and say hi to you.
I was like, "Fuck out of here, Dina."
No, your friend or cousin was like, get out of here, and you were like, bro, that's fucking Dina. And you're like,
Yeah,
let
yeah.
her through. So I feel like your friends try and like,
I think in our position sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
like I have to, well, the people that know me the most, like they're the deterrents from me
Yeah.
and the outside world, because you can never yourself, tell somebody get out of here or
Mm-hmm. Right,
something
because
like
then
that.
you're going to be the asshole.
Yeah.
Right.
So automatically, people that know you who are actually doing the right thing are always like, Sammy can attest. If someone says like,
True.
ask for a picture, you automatically have the people you would just tell them to say no. Because you know what
you
I
don't
mean?
want to look like the bad guy.
But you just automatically, and then you can make the decision, you know what I
Right.
mean? And then you could be like, no, they're cool. So everyone around is usually those barking dogs that, but that's funny that the Dina,
Yeah, remember
But she
that? Do you
doesn't-
remember that?
I don't remember that, no.
Oh.
I don't remember any of this shit.
Oh,
What-
she told me that though.
Vinny,
We're
don't-
traumatized,
you
dude.
can, you can relax. We're done
Vinny's an
ganging
asshole.
up on
Okay.
you.
All right, good.
But we are super
I'm
happy
good,
that
I'm
you're
good, I'm
here.
good.
We're
Thank you.
excited. We're happy to also have a
Thanks for having
guy
me.
on the
Yeah.
podcast.
Yeah, I think it's cool now that we can get some feedback from a guy's point of view.
Yeah.
Whether that's relationships, just daily life stuff.
I don't know anything about that.
Wait, are you single?
I'm actually.
Oh, wait, yeah,
single?
Vinny, are
Yeah.
you single?
Are you single?
I'm recently single. I was with someone the last like 2 years or
Oh
something.
wow, that's a long relationship.
It was long distance.
but
it was
you kept
tough,
it
but-
private.
Fuck yeah, I did. Can I curse?
You
Yeah.
can say whatever the fuck
yeah.
you want.
Yeah.
That's a
I think that's the best thing is to keep your personal life private.
Oh, really, Sammy?
But thanks, Vin, for
Tell me more about that.
for going deep in your podcast. I've been hearing.
And what? And what I say? That you guys are back together?
Yeah, and you have no idea what goes on in my personal life.
oh.
Dun,
No.
dun.
I knew that much. I didn't elaborate
know
on
anything.
details. Okay, I know from Ronnie who said I'm back together with Sammy. So therefore,
He told you personally.
yes. What do you think? I just fucking made
I
that
was
shit
like,
up?
where is Vin coming from? But I like to keep
Oh, my
things-
bad. Was this private?
I was
Good
like,
thing this is. Good thing no one's listening to this,
Today
right?
we're all by ourselves
No.
without
Yeah.
video cameras
I
or
just-
recordings.
We're not
of any
recording, right?
kind.
Where's the
No,
engineer?
no,
I
this
just
is
am
us.
trying to
He told me
keep
that, yeah,
my
yeah.
personal life
As
private.
As
But
I
thanks,
agree, I think
Vin.
everyone in the world should keep their or at least only tell people what they make them think they know you.
It's so funny because I'm the complete opposite. Like, I like to tell everybody everything that's going on in my life. And I have no problem with it. And I'm so secure in my relationship. I guess it's because the older you are, you just don't give a shit anymore. I don't know what
Yeah.
it is.
I bet
With
there's
age-
some things
Yes.
though, because in we're TV personalities,
Yes.
we're not actors, right? So you use your personal experiences for, like in my case, comedy or a podcast or
Right.
your, a book or whatever it is,
Right.
But there are something you can tell anything you want to, but in the back of your head, you're keeping the personal gems. I feel
Like,
suppressed.
well,
You don't
you
have
say
to,
Yeah, you
personal.
wanna
Wait,
keep it
wait,
to
wait.
you need to have
no.
something
Are you
to
talking about
yourself.
sex? Like,
whatever you want to hold back on.
Right,
You know what
'cause-
I'm saying? Because I can sit here and like tell you guys the craziest story of sex. You're like,
Yeah.
yes, tell me. No, I can tell you the craziest story, but at
sure
the
I
same,
already know.
but at the same time, like it
I've
might not be
witnessed it.
100% the truth. I might be heightening it a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
Right,
I might be
right.
making up a story based on something else.
Right.
That's what our business consists of. So I think there's ways of talking about your life without giving up the whole thing.
Right, but hiding, like by not coming out and saying I'm in a relationship. There's two things that are good about that. Number one, people, it's a mystery, and people like people who are mysterious. It's more
Yeah, they
intriguing.
like to hear.
It's
They like to
intriguing.
try to figure it out.
Right.
I feel like it's different if you're just a normal person and you're living everyday life. But I feel like if you're in the business,
Well,
and
what pisses me off is
you
that
know,
I
a lot of
feel, and I
people-
talk about this a lot, I feel like we live in a society where everyone is in a relationship just for what it looks like on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
They don't even like the person.
I'm glad-
They're doing it so
Well,
they have
I'm
posts
really glad
about
you
it.
brought that up because we talk about this all the time. Like there's some relationships where you see that they look so happy, but when you know the person deep down and you know that the relationship's shitty, but they'll make it look like it's this amazing relationship on Instagram. They'll post pictures every day.
They drop a filter on it, and all of a sudden it's perfect.
It's perfect, but when you know, like, say it's like your best friend and you know their deep, dark secrets and you know that it really doesn't look as great as what they're making it out to be on Instagram. So a lot of people have different like views on what is a great relationship and what's not when you never know what people are really going through behind closed doors.
But that's why I also make it a point to not be that. When I feel like that person, I feel dirty. I'm like, well, I'm giving into
You're
society. I
exploiting
feel
it.
like stupid, like it's fake, like I'm one of these people forcing it. And I'm like testing the girl out too. Like, if we really like each other, let's do this for us.
Right.
Okay. And then maybe
Right.
in a couple years
Well,
when
that's
we're
right. You'll get one post,
then
one
we can
Instagram
start
post.
posting
Can we just say what
shit.
Vinny
But
looks
let's
like
just
right now?
do it right in the.
Did you just see Vinny bicycle kick?
I did.
I got excited. My legs started moving.
No,
Really
because
fancy.
And his hair, he was doing
But
the nay
I
flip.
guess
I loved that.
I love
With
the
his
whip
hand.
and the nay-nay. No, but I guess for me, because I've been in a relationship for 10 years, so it's different. But I do agree, like for the first 2 years, Michael and I had a long distance relationship. I was living in Boca. He was living in New York. I didn't let anybody know, not my kids. I wanted to take time to see if the
You have
relationship.
kids though too.
Yeah,
It's just
I
like
feel
like
you
it's
know,
totally
I feel like
different
if
when
you
you
have
have
kids,
kids.
it's different.
So you young people just
You
don't
young
want. Yeah,
people.
you young people. Like there are people who actually fake it on Instagram. Like I don't even understand. Like it's not my generation. We don't post things on Instagram.
I feel like
that.
now we're all older here. You know.
Yeah.
Well, then how old are you?
I'm gonna be 28 like next week.
That is
happy
so
birthday. Freaking old.
crazy.
I just
Wow.
turned 30. I want
What
to
are we
kill
doing
myself.
for your birthday?
Who said that? You?
Me, yeah.
Oh shit! You
September
don't look 30.
30th.
Good for you. Happy birthday.
Now he's being so nice.
Now
to
I'm
me.
so nice to you because
I know.
I didn't let
Vinny,
you in my VIP.
I didn't want to
'Cause
be in the
Sam,
VIP.
Sam,
I just wanted
Sam,
to
'cause
stand
I
up
didn't
there.
let her in my VIP. I did my
And
kick
he
again,
does
guys.
his little kick.
I love
I
it.
love it.
Well, I mean, what I was saying is like when you're older, like now you're 28, like I want something more serious than when you're younger and you're like
Get
just
it.
whatever with life. Like
Yeah.
you're dating, you're
Right.
you're getting cheated on, you're doing this, you're doing that. Like I'm now at a point in my life where I'm getting older and I want to settle down. But Vinny, what about you? Are you at a point where you want to settle down now?
His hands raised.
Hell no. But let me just.
Oh, okay.
But like
Hell
these
no.
people, no, this is important. Like
But
we
he
have
is
to talk
also a
about
year
this.
younger than me, so
That's true.
And I'll answer anything you want, but like these fucking people on Instagram, like how stupid do they feel? Like there was this girl, Lily Galici.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
we know
from,
her.
Shaw's
yeah.
at Sunset. Show.
Yeah.
Yo, like she's with this dude on Instagram. He bought her a Bentley. I swear
Oh
to
my
God,
God,
he bought her a fucking
They're
Bentley.
engaged. They're engaged, right? And then
No.
all of a
They
sudden,
were. This all happened
Oh my
in
God, I
2
saw
months.
this.
Right, and then
Oh my
they're
God.
not engaged.
And then all of a
anymore.
sudden she's like, I'm broken up with my boyfriend and it's a really traumatic
Oh my
experience
God.
for me.
Oh my God. I'm so glad
I'm
you
like,
brought that up.
yo, are you
love
fucking
you,
like how
Vinny.
stupid
I'm
do
so
you
glad
fucking
you saw that.
people are fucking
Because I saw that and I was like,
get
what
with
the hell?
somebody, make it real first, and then start posting
But
the
I
fucking
think
Bentley
that
pictures.
when you get somebody and you're posting
they were in,
an
like, Bora Bora,
outrageous
too.
ring and a Bentley,
Yo.
you're setting yourself up to
to
fall flat
failure.
on your
Right.
freaking
But
Great.
that's
It's
just also how this girl
It's also-
Lily is because she always posts like she's Miss Glamorous, Miss Thing,
Mm-hmm.
but which
I'm
is fine. That's
sorry.
the way she is. But it was crazy. I'm actually so glad you brought this up because I was even thinking myself like. They looked like they were so in love and they were engaged and like going to get married and they took all these vacations and got these crazy like cars.
they
and
do it
stuff.
for the vacation
And then
posts.
literally like
They do it
2
for the
months
vine.
later, it was like, well, this is over, and she had to post a video explaining why it was over because everybody was like, wait,
So,
what
like, yeah.
happened?
What's happening to the Bentley?
Yeah.
Right.
Who keeps the
Yeah,
Bentley?
right.
Oh, you
you
know
know what I
that.
mean?
That-
I still want to know.
right.
That Bentley was leased. You all know that. That went
You guys-
straight back
yeah.
to the dealership.
There are people who brand themselves in a certain way, and they want the world to believe that. And I think that people think that ordinary people out there,
Mm-hmm.
like you and I mean, we can sniff out the bullshit right
Yeah.
away. When you meet somebody and you're posting a picture of your ring, it's such a fucking phony relationship.
Right.
Why would you
cares?
want
You're
your
compensating too,
Exactly.
right? You know what I mean?
Yes, it's like
I
bullshit.
Think, yeah, but I think it's cute if you're on. Like I would never post that on Instagram. With it's like Instagram and Twitter is like my business. Facebook, it's all like more business and my
Right.
fan stuff. I want to do stuff for my fans, and But when I have my own little private Facebook of just my family and friends, and hell yeah, I want to post. Like,
Okay, but
my
wait a
rings
second.
and-
But Sam, let's say tomorrow you got engaged. His name is David. I'm making up a name. You and David got engaged, and David bought you a Bentley. Would you post something like, "Oh my God, I'm engaged to the love of
No,
my
'cause
life,"
the
or would you
IRS is
post
coming
a
after
picture
you.
of a Bentley? It's stupid to even post that.
No.
These people have a
Samantha,
void.
you're not doing that.
They have a-
No, not on Instagram or Twitter. But if I like this Bentley that I just got, I will post it on my Facebook. On my
It was
little
a sick car. It was a
private.
fucking sick car.
Sam
I'm not
is
gonna
having
lie.
a full-blown
would.
photo shoot with her hair done, makeup done, like
No, I
up
just
against
would be
the
like, oh
Bentley.
my God.
And a bathing suit.
If I bought it myself and I worked hard to get
Yeah.
that car, then hell fucking yes, I will post as many pictures as I
Yes.
want because that's something I bought.
Yeah.
If somebody who I'm engaged with, who I'm with forever, bought me a car, yeah, I
That's
would
a different
post it.
story.
No, I would post it because
That's a different story.
That's somebody who I'm planning on spending the rest of my
Okay.
life with. We have this great bond, and he just bought me a Bentley. I'm proud.
But-
He just bought me this
but-
nice gift. Who gets that?
Let's
Not
take it
many
that you've
people.
only known him for 2 months and you're posting a giant rock in a Bentley. So people are like, you are
No,
a
because
shallow bitch.
I would never be like Lily Galici or Khloe Kardashian and get married in the matter of 2 months because I have a head on my shoulders. I feel like
Yeah.
where I would want to get to know somebody before I just marry them in
Okay,
2
so
months.
that's
Yeah.
getting back to the point.
I'm so happy you brought that up because one of our listeners, who remember we were live tweeting last
By the
week?
way, the
Oh, yeah.
name of this
Yeah.
podcast should be "I'm so happy you brought that up." But go ahead, continue.
No,
Okay,
seriously,
then.
though. Because there was a question from one of our listeners saying, my girlfriend just got engaged and they've only been dating for 2 months. And she said that she thinks that they're rushing into it and she doesn't understand why she's going so fast. I actually just went through that with one of my best friends who met a man. They got engaged after 6 weeks of knowing each other and dating. They got married 2 weeks later. They've been happily married for the last couple months. So
Wait, how long have they been together
Yeah, wait
together
a
overall?
second.
Because I'm going to
that
tell
whole
you my honest opinion.
Literally, they started dating at the end of March. They got engaged in April, May, June, and they
So
were
it's
married
not
in
even.
July.
So it's how long?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, but
Doesn't matter. You can know-
I will be honest though.
Go.
You don't truly know somebody,
Right.
Until you live with them or you're at least together for over a year. I feel like it takes a year to even truly get to know somebody.
Yes, and
for
let me just tell you
everything that they
something.
are.
On behalf, I'm going to stick up for Khloe because she's my favorite Kardashian, and I don't really have any other favorites. But let me just tell you something
I
about
like Kendall.
what.
I like
Oh,
Kendall.
today's her birthday.
Okay, but Chloe,
Okay.
look
Happy
at me.
birthday,
She
Kendall.
met Lamar,
Yeah.
and guess what? She truly loved him. Now that
no,
relationship
so
could have
sad.
worked if
If he wasn't a crack smoking
no,
cheater.
Okay, but he has a problem, and I want him to get healthy and
I do.
kick
I
it. But
agree
let me
with
just
you.
say something. It doesn't matter whether you met somebody. Vinny can meet somebody tomorrow and get married and live happily ever after.
he would never leave his mama.
Well,
Shut up.
What if she's a lot like your mom?
Speaking about the Chloe thing and whatever, and this speaks about a lot of women.
Yeah.
Women, to me, I was in a relationship like 2 girlfriends ago, and it was like an experience where as soon as we broke up, within like a month, again, the girl's in love with a guy, posting
Yeah.
pictures with him.
Oh, and that's because she's
and shit
hurt
like
over
that.
you.
Yes.
Yes.
She wants to
That's
get
bullshit.
mad.
Okay, I can
Which
take
she
that.
did because she
Right.
actually she succeeded because here you are talking about it right now. Because
I mean, I'm not
it
upset.
got-
I'm talking about it
No,
'cause
he's
we're on a
talking
podcast.
about
No,
it
but
because
it got your attention. It got your attention.
All right, whatever.
Yeah, because
then she
it's
did it again.
bullshit.
Then she
Let-
did it again with the
Let
next
the man
guy.
speak, ladies.
Yeah,
we
let's
want
come
him.
on.
We want him to enjoy his
Guys,
time here. We
let's-
can't just chew him out all day
Guys,
long.
respect.
Go ahead, Vinny.
So I'm kidding. And then she did it with the next guy and the next guy, and then as the guy, that makes me not feel like I was anything special. Like I was just the next guy online.
You were just an Instagram post, yeah.
You know what I mean? That was doing it, fulfilling maybe another void. So
girl.
same thing with Chloe. I don't like how she right away is already in a club with French Montana. And then after him, right away with James Harden. The more you do it, same thing with Kim. The more you like jump from guy to guy,
Yes.
it's like, was that other guy really special?
But are you supposed to stay home? And it wasn't right away. It was a
right
year.
away.
It was a year in the making that marriage was crumbling.
Okay.
And after she found him, I mean, she was chasing him down to downtown LA. I my sources are, honey, I've got the best PIs in the business. And when
Yeah.
I tell you that she was walking in to other women's apartments saying, "Come home to me, baby. We're going to get through this." And he was like, "Nope. I am who I am.
Yeah.
So after a while, you can't just stay home and eat Twinkies and gain 50 pounds. She
I'm
had
not
to get
saying
her
do
ass
that,
out there.
but I'm just saying off life experience. I just got out of a relationship.
Yeah.
The last thing I want is a relationship.
But that's
Wait,
because
can
you're
I-
real.
Is this too
The
personal?
last-
No,
Vinny,
you're
can
real,
I
but your
ask you what
ex-girlfriend did
yeah,
that to get to
wait.
under your skin. That's the only reason.
Wait, is this
Yeah.
the ex-girlfriend that you just broke up with that you're talking about?
No.
Well, the reference before was to the one before that, but the
Okay.
one I just said
Why did your relationship crumble? Was it distance? What was it? Did you cheat on her? Did she cheat on you?
No. It was no cheating.
Oh, good. So it was like a
It was
healthy-
honestly the first time in my life where I'm doing the hand
Wait,
thing again.
I'm sorry, but
This is why we need to start
Videotaping
videotaping.
I
Yeah.
have to say, Vinny, you're the
Yeah,
cutest.
Vinny, you're
Thank
really
you.
cute.
Thank you.
I hope this isn't personal though, because I still want to like.
No. It's cool.
Coming from a guy's view, because we always hear about girls' point of views and breakups.
Oh,
I wanna hear yours.
I'll teach everybody this too. No matter who you're talking to in life, only say things that you expect to be repeated. All right. So even if you're talking
Gotcha.
to your mother or anybody
so
else, so
what
I
are you
always
gonna
say
say now?
things. That's why I'm saying before. Like I'll talk about anything,
Right.
but I make sure that it's always gonna like I always say it, expecting it to
Gotcha.
be repeated. I feel like I'm like echoing or something.
No,
Is it
you're
engineer-
fine.
All right, cool.
No, you're
Yeah,
good.
you're good.
It was the first time where I loved and cared about the girl.
Wow.
That's
Where
so
I had to
nice.
make an adult decision because there's more to a relationship than love.
You're so right.
There is a whole pyramid and
look
a
who's
foundation.
like a
and for
legit
the
adult.
for the first
I'm
time,
actually proud of you.
I'm
Vin.
really proud of that
Me too.
statement.
for the first
It was so
time,
nice.
adorable.
I care about this girl, best girl I ever met, like my best friend.
Mm-hmm.
But for the first time, I discovered that I do not want to get married. I don't see that in my near future. If you have issues with trust, if you have issues with other things, like even if it's not like cheating or anything, but just issues, it's not a good foundation. So at that point, you can either choose to, we're going to fight through this because we ultimately want the same things out of life. But I think we wanted different things, so it wasn't worth
Very
fighting
mature.
for.
Yeah.
You know? But
That's very
and who,
mature.
and,
That's
a
and who
good
knows
thing you
what's going to
realize
happen
that.
in the future.
Yeah, because you never know. Maybe taking some time apart will make you, change what you are really feeling, and maybe with
Exactly.
her as well. So you
but
never know what can happen.
but the thing that's the fucked up thing is that we want in life someone to cheat on us. We want something crazy and dramatic to happen, so it's like, oh fuck that person, I never want to talk to them again. It makes it easier.
It makes
Right.
it way easier.
When you got to make an adult, and I actually did that for myself to grow as an adult and as
you
a human.
just cheated on girls left and right.
What do you mean? No. I'm saying the.
Wait, do we really
No,
want
I
to
never
get
cheat.
into it?
I never cheat.
Vinny is actually
No,
wait,
but I'm going to be really honest with you.
I'll break up with you before.
Hold
I
on.
cheat.
I feel like
So will I.
hold on.
That's
I'm
my
not-
mentality too.
I've known Vinny, and he used to make fun of me on the show for being in a relationship, but he never was.
did?
I've learned. Shut up, I hate you.
I made fun of you for everything.
All right, but
Oh,
I
these guys
learned
are like
something.
brother and sister.
I
the two
learned
of
something,
you.
and I have to say this. I learned that he never had what I was going through. He never was in a deep relationship where he fully loved somebody until now. So
Yeah.
he used to make fun of me and all this stuff until
Wait, can
hold
you
on,
define
wait, let me
making
talk.
fun? And can the engineer
Can we
fix
ta-
my microphone?
Wait, and
What?
let me just talk.
Samir,
He
come
used
back
to
in here.
always
Help us out.
Samir.
He used to always be on my case, and the production would always be like, "Vince, say that, do that, blah blah blah,"
Whoa,
with my
what are you-
relationship,
what are you
whatever.
talking about?
Hold on, don't even
Give
say
me an
what I'm talking
example.
about.
I have no idea what you're talking
Sam
about.
is
Oh my
scarred.
God.
She's scarred from the.
No,
She
you
remembers
used to
everything.
just
No, but I don't
say,
know what I would say
He
to.
literally means
He'd be like, "Oh
what
my
are
God,
Are you talking about
they're
in an
fighting
interview
again.
when I-
They're making up. They're kissing. They're doing that." But he never had
okay.
a secure, he not even secure. He never had a relationship where he loved somebody like that. He's dated girls. He's whatever, but he never had a full on relationship until once. I met Vinny a couple years later.
Oh yeah, then I was in the same.
And then he was
deal.
in some
Yeah.
relationship, and his was more fucked up than mine was ever. And I said to him, "Wow." I said, "You know what? You gave me so much shit about my relationship, but yours is even more fucked up than mine ever was." And he was like, "You know what? You're right." He was like, "You're right." He's like,
Yeah.
"Now I get it because I went through it myself, and you said that to me, and you're
Yeah,
like,
like
I went
make up,
through it."
break up, like,
And you
yeah,
make
yeah,
a break
yeah,
up.
yeah.
You go.
Absolutely.
Sometimes girls do stupid things. Sometimes guys do stupid things, and Vinny
Yeah.
actually
Well, I've learned
because he went through it, and I was like, nobody knew that on the show, but you had to go through it your own time, and you did, and you know, it's just I was like, amen, because I knew on that show that half those guys on the show they never settled down. So they didn't know the
two
positions.
things.
that
Two
I
things. Number
was
one,
in
yes,
also.
I've grown. I've
You have.
learned not to judge people.
Thank you.
I don't, because you know what? If you're judging them, that means you care. And if someone does business, I don't care about I can hate you. You're my biggest enemy. I don't give a fuck about your life.
Right.
So go ahead, do
Right.
your thing. But another thing too is
You're right, though.
when you're doing a reality show, when you guys are like a focal point of the thing and they ask you can't judge that on
No.
my real opinion.
Yeah.
Because our job in that moment
Right.
is to give our fucking opinion
Right.
or to have an opinion, even if you
Or
don't want to have an
to
opinion.
make you
have one, yeah,
make
Jinx.
you have an opinion.
Yeah, and
Yes.
like
Yeah.
I always think I took things from like a more funny comedic effect and not really
Yeah.
like I care. Like
Right.
what is like I never said like
Oh.
what is Sammy doing to her life? You know what I mean? Like
I really want to video Vinny right now because he's
I'm gonna
killing
start
me with these
videotaping
facial
him with my
expressions.
I probably said like I don't know, they're fucking fighting one day and then they're not. This is fucking I
Yeah.
gotta listen to them yell.
But,
come on, that's like my job. I'm not
anyway.
like really coming down. But I have
just
grown
wanted to
and I do
say-
understand.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Wait,
Vin.
Vin, the
Yes.
girl that you so respect and you just broke up with. How long has it been since you guys have?
It's been a few months now. It's been like
Okay.
3
And do you
two,
keep
3
in-
months. I try again. This is new territory for me
Right.
when you like break up with someone that you actually care about.
Are you hurt?
Am I hurt?
Because you know when you break up, sometimes you get like a hurt, like a feeling, like oh,
Yeah. My heart's broken. No,
no, that's not something to be embarrassed about. That's actually
no. I'm
so
really
nice.
no. I'm really. I mean, I get sad sometimes, but I'm
Yeah.
not like walking around.
All right, so wait,
You know,
I want
like
to talk
emo.
about.
You know what I
You're
mean?
going about your life, which
Yeah.
is great.
Yeah.
Whenever, so you obviously don't want to be in a relationship because that's not what you're looking for. So when you are at a bar or whatever, what can a girl do to catch the 28-year-old single?
There is
Vinny's
no
eye?
catching a 20-year-old. I mean,
28.
anybody? No,
Let me
anybody
tell
in their
you.
20s.
Let me
I'm
tell
asking
you.
for the
What?
girl fans. What?
Actually-
oh, well, you want to hear Sam? What Sam thinks?
No,
will
Vinny
catch your
has
eye?
a unique. He likes like kind of unique, like
It
exotic,
changes.
Like
girls.
exotic?
Exotic. He likes
It
exotic.
changes, but go ahead.
It changes.
Yeah,
I think if
it's
you have boobs and a
supposed to
big butt,
change.
you're
Exactly.
good. I think if you have boobs, a big butt.
if you're out there
No.
and you're in your 20s, have fun. Have fun.
Yeah.
Before you know it, you're going to
Honestly-
be 30, and before you know, you're going to be 40. Have fun. Take it from
And
the
you wanna know- you
relationship
wanna know-
expert who's twice as old as anybody in this room. I'm looking at you guys, and I'm proud. Like, Sam, you're very mature, so you were able to have a real relationship at such a young age where other people were like, what the hell's going on there? They couldn't even grasp it. And now, between 28 and 32, that's when it really starts to happen. Mm-hmm. You see, he just went through something deep and
I
amazing.
know, and that's so. I think that's so nice
Yeah,
to
so
hear.
now
But no,
he
you know
wants
what's
to
funny?
hook
What you
up.
said, and going back to your question, is I look for my type is fun girls.
Yeah. You look at
Like,
That's really
wait,
it.
like girls that like dance on the bar fun, or girls
No.
that
Like
try
no.
to make you photobomb
No, can
very
I-
large.
Can I
crowds
answer?
of
Can
people?
I answer this for you, Vin?
Please do.
What he's saying and what 99.9% of 28-year-old healthy, beautiful men are saying is they don't want drama. DRAMA. Girls who are like, oh my God, she's fighting. No, guys are not into drama. They don't want drama. They want somebody to chill, who's fun, who's cool, relax, and she's got to
Okay,
have.
now wait.
She's got to have
Let's
a
hear it
face
from Vinny.
a face and an ass.
From
No,
the
no.
man himself.
Yeah.
No, that too. I mean, I'm a very sexual person, so I'm a Scorpio, and
Very sexual.
Wait, does that mean they're sexual? Scorpion?
girl,
Are you a
need to
Scorpio?
look up on your heart
Seriously?
I don't
horoscopes,
follow
okay?
horoscopes. I'm so
I'm
sorry.
a Pisces, and apparently I'm known crazy.
No, my husband's a Pisces.
I
the
would never
best
think that.
sign.
I no, a lot of people. I'm artistic. I'm a Pisces. I love being a Pisces.
Pisces are very
So
deep.
Scorpio-
Horoscopes are
like
so
to-
stupid. We can all read like each
Scorpios
other's and be
like
like,
to
this is
have
so
sex.
me. But no, but some of the shit they say about Scorpios
true.
is fucking is
Scorpios,
spot
like,
on.
watch it.
Because I'm very introverted. Like people would never, if I'm on a date with you, like I won't talk. I'll be nervous. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
But then you get me in the bedroom and I'm like pinned you up against the wall. Like
Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
Vinny,
That's
what's,
Yeah.
wait,
The
I
quiet,
want,
nerdy
wait a
ones you gotta
second.
look out
Wait
for.
a second. I want everybody
Absolutely,
to answer
yeah.
this question. Where's like the weirdest place you've ever had sex before? Not in the body. I don't want that question. I don't want the answer to that.
Damn, I was
going to
be like her armpit.
I don't
no.
mean
Vinny's
like
going to say, the VIP table I've bounced.
There were these two girls. One of them tried to get on my VIP. The sister thought that she pulled her away, but the other sister stayed.
That's
It was
right.
fucking crazy.
It was Claire and Mary
Yeah.
Grace all up in here. Double teaming Vinny.
Yo, for real. The weirdest place. I don't know. You guys can answer first.
No,
This is your podcast.
nope.
Nah,
Let's go.
bro.
Don't be shy now. All right, Vinny on the
shy.
show.
I'm just trying
Actually,
to. I'm trying not to make this.
I'll be
my
honest
shit.
with you. I've never witnessed anything crazy in my life. Vinny on the show actually brought home 2 lesbians,
Absolutely.
and they were so cool and so nice. But they just had like a big orgy in the
Yeah.
smush room. And I would never witness that in my entire
But they
life.
were lesbians?
Lesbians.
But they
like,
looked like,
They wanted dick.
but they were like guys. They were like
Butch lesbians.
lesbians. But they were the nicest girls in the world, and they were really
But they
cool.
wanted a male specimen.
And they wanted to like have fun, and Vinny was totally for
and
it.
going
And he
back
brought him
to
the
what we said
smush
about
room.
the fun girls and stuff.
Why not?
When I'm out, I need something to pique my interest
Right.
that makes this
Like
this
lesbians.
weird and makes me feel special
Right.
about being with you. Like,
Right.
what can you do for
can
me?
Can I just say something? Tell me, ladies, if you ever feel this way. I don't know. I feel like for a guy, it's probably different. I love lesbians. I'm sorry. I do. I think they're so great. And I actually think of it as such a compliment when a girl is interested, like a lesbian is interested in me. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know if with guys, if
Hold
they
on,
feel
can we
the
just
same
talk about
way.
this though?
Absolutely.
So wait,
Right?
they looked like dudes. So does that mean Vinny was like attracted to dudes? Because they looked like men.
Okay, let's.
Were
let's,
they
let's, let's,
hot?
Oh my
let's
God.
back- let's-
Wait,
let's
hot
backtrack.
butch lesbians? Because I like a male.
Their
female.
swag was actually so cool. They were like men.
Sammy's trying to catch me in some shit right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm not.
Wait,
If you looked up these girls, they were girly, but
But
they
manly.
were kind of
Manly.
dressed
wait,
like a
my-
little bit like
Ruby Rose, like that.
Yeah,
kind of
sort
no,
of, yeah,
yeah.
sort
No,
of.
Ruby Rose.
I mean, she
was
wasn't hot as Ruby
yeah,
Rose.
Ruby Rose is hot.
Bro, that's how Ruby Rose dresses, like a baggy T-shirt and like. You know what I mean?
I
But these-
actually
but
I
these
like
were
that too.
I think
these were
that's-
skinny
These
girls though. They-
girls,
Sexy.
I just said their swag was so cool. They were
See, you
their
probably
swag
were
was
attracted
Because
to
in
Very
Staten
cool.
Island, we have lesbians that look like Ronnie, like that are fucking big and they
We
have
have
fucking
that in
tattoos.
New Jersey
and they
also.
have blowouts.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So
have that
it
in New
wasn't
Jersey
those.
also.
It wasn't those lesbians.
I'm just saying,
okay?
though,
It
what-
they were girls who had a little bit of like a.
They were obviously girls. They had boobs and a vagina.
Yeah,
but
they
their
had dicks.
swag-
It doesn't matter. Okay, let's just say it. They had big cocks, and I loved it.
And that's what Vinny wants.
And I gotta go. Use it as the sound.
It makes
Use
no
it as the
difference.
sound bite.
All I'm going to say at the end of the day is I thought that was for your own experiences.
It was
that
a challenge.
cool
Yeah.
experience
It was a
for
challenge.
you.
It was like these girls. In the club, I kept saying to them, "Yo, first of all, they kept making out, and again, they looked like girls. Sammy, go back and look at it. They looked like girls. Two girls making
Okay,
out.
it's
Two,
sexy.
girls,
It's
two girls
sexy.
making out in front of me. I'm like, okay, I'm talking.
think
I'm
it's
talking to you
hard.
guys the rest of the night.
yeah,
It
yeah.
wasn't.
Let me settle in
Explain
here.
why it's a challenge though, because they are lesbians and they're not interested in men, so it is a challenge for you.
So I was like, "Yo, give me one night with you, and I'll change. I'll change your life.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
will give. Let me turn you. You know what I'm saying?
and did it work?
Vinny
Yeah,
has a
because they
magic
go,
penis.
they go, yo, how about we do it tonight? And I'm like, tonight? I'm like looking at the cameras and shit. I'm like, holy shit, like really? And then I was like, you know what? Like, I'm desensitized to all these other fucking girls around me. Let's make an episode out of this. Let's fucking
No, wait.
bang lesbians.
Is that one an experience in your life that you would have to say was like one of the craziest sexual times for
It
you?
was
or
crazy.
no?
The crazy thing about it was definitely turning to lesbians and making them want my penis in their vagina,
Right.
When they don't like that.
Sure.
That was definitely like a thing.
And wait,
like
did they-
Which is why I brought that up because I
Wait,
thought
did
that
they
was
enjoy
a crazy,
it? Did they enjoy
crazy
the night?
experience?
I love
They
that.
enjoyed it, and
I think that's beautiful.
yeah,
I do.
They were really nice. I liked them.
yeah.
Shout out to the lesbians.
But
Yeah,
the
we love
the
you.
sexual act itself wasn't crazy. It was just like
right.
insertion.
Well, let's hope so. Anyway, on that note,
I'm just saying, like, does that answer your question?
Insertion. No, that
no,
answers
wait,
your
you never
question.
answered the real question.
What
though.
was this? So many
I tried
questions.
to save you, but I
What?
to say that
I like
that
guys.
Was something.
I like guys. Go ahead.
No,
What's
that was
yeah,
a joke,
yeah,
but
go
you
ahead.
took it really hard.
Guys,
I'm
girls,
sorry.
we don't judge, Vinny. We don't judge
No, I
here.
just love Sammy's radio skills are killing me. I love it. She's doing the hardball, softball. You know, yeah. She's killing it.
I'm just
You know what
getting
that
you
is,
back
right?
to what you're doing in your podcast.
All I said was do with Ronnie. The fuck.
Anyway,
Sammy's like, Vinny, you're so cool. Like, you're the best person ever. So, like, what was your girlfriend's name again?
no, if you
Building me
listen-
up
if
so
you
I feel
actually-
good. And I'm
if-
like,
if you
wait,
actually-
what? I like men? Hold on. I'm like, yeah.
Where did you get me to say that?
Yeah.
I always talk nice things about you because I feel
Like
like
a
you're. He's like the man, version of me. Like he's got a
Yeah.
good head on his shoulders. He's,
And I do the
artsy.
same to you,
Yeah.
for real. I
No,
always say Sammy's
I really.
cool.
She really
I
does
think,
talk
you know,
so good about you.
I do
Really?
all the time.
Oh,
If you
okay.
listen to
I
the
must have missed
podcast,
it this
yeah.
podcast. But
Oh, I love Vinny. You're like I don't know,
I can't believe you
I've
guys
always
were
liked Vinny.
roommates. How long did you guys live together for?
a long time.
So it was six seasons in
seasons,
like
right?
3 years or something like that.
Yeah, it was
Okay, who's dirtier, you or you?
Vinny.
Sam or
Dirtier.
No, actually,
I'm
we're
not
actually
damn it.
not
I'm
dirty.
not dirty at all.
Mike.
I was gonna say
Mike.
Yeah.
I
Do you want to know why? Mike
Yeah,
would
let's hear it.
actually. he would shave. Remember in Italy, the sink in his room?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I can't talk about shit like that.
I
That
hate
is so
sinks.
gross.
I hate sinks, drains, and,
Oh.
and hair that's not attached to a
Yeah.
girl.
And what about I don't like people who are dirty.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Yeah.
OCD. Like take
Yeah.
your shit and put it in your corner.
I just feel like when you
don't
live
like-
with somebody, you have to
Toothpaste.
see their hygiene. Like
No, the only thing
routines.
about Vinny was he just always like had tissues in his bed.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I like dirty tissues or
Yeah,
tissues in case
dirty.
you have like a runny nose.
Well,
No,
yeah.
he
Like
always had
I always
noses.
have a runny nose.
No, but the air conditioning.
I'm like a
Explain
fucking.
why though. That
You
house
have
was like
postnasal
whack.
drip.
Let's explain
No,
why.
I'm like known for that though. I always
Oh,
have.
still?
Yeah, I have like sinus issues, so like
Me too, but
I'm always just blowing my nose.
I thought it
and
was the
stuff.
house. So the house would be freezing.
Yeah, it added
outside
to
would be
it.
hot.
It
was
added
like
to it.
crazy. But that's the only thing about Vinny that I know is he always has tissues on his bed.
That's not that dirty.
No, he's not dirty.
one of
No,
my
I would throw
friends-
them out too.
Yeah,
like
he's not
as
dirty.
I saw them.
Right,
Don't get me
right,
wrong.
right.
I'm not hoarding tissues.
But wait.
once in a while, you might see a tissue. I
Right.
must have
Yeah,
missed.
Vinny's not really dirty.
Yeah.
I have
Mike is.
I have a dirty roommate story. One of my really good friends had a roommate in college, her freshman year roommate, because you don't get to choose. I don't know what kids these days, I think they get to pick their roommates now, but way back when, you didn't. And this girl, the roommate was so dirty, and my friend would just say she never showered.
That's
and
disgusting.
listen, I understand.
Wait, your friend just said
No,
that.
you
Or does
understand.
she
Did you
know?
just say you
No, no.
understand?
I understand
No,
when
I
people don't like to shower every day. Like don't have to wash your hair every day. I get, I understand. Maybe every other day.
Wait a second. Washing your hair is different from washing your body. Like you have to wash your private parts.
Well-
you have to. You can't get into bed at the end of the night without taking a bath and washing
Well, this
your
girl
cookie,
did not do
your
any of
tushy under your arm.
So
This is disgusting.
apparently,
Wait,
my
wait.
friend.
Does your friend knows for a fact that she didn't?
Oh yeah, my friend. Well, they lived
Oh,
together
okay.
for a year.
Okay.
My friend said that one day she saw her roommate. She was just like the girl never did laundry either, so this girl is like dirty as can be.
I forgot it.
Are you ready for this?
No.
The roommate goes into the roommate's laundry bin because she hadn't done laundry in a while. Smells her underwear, Febrezes it, and then puts it on.
Ooh.
Okay, so if I was in that
seriously?
situation, I would have
Yeah.
been like, you need to do your laundry
No.
and you need to take a shower because I've been living with you for this long, and that's disgusting.
Could
That's
you
how I
imagine
am.
Febrezing your underwear?
No,
You
but
might
your
not
friend should have
understand
said
how gross
You
something.
could
that
get
is
an
as a guy.
infection like that.
Infection you can get.
You
Well,
cannot. I mean, that,
I'm gonna throw up. Thank you.
yeah. I think that this girl, your friend, should have requested another. I would have.
Actually,
I would have
18
never.
years old. Like, what do you
There's
do?
actually new studies though that show a lot of things
Your
that
own oils.
we were trained to do isn't the right thing to do, and our kids and stuff, like you're supposed to get them dirty and make them build up like bacteria
immune
and immune
system.
systems.
Right.
And I could never do this. I'm sorry, I'm just seasoned this way, but when you wash your hands, you're supposed to actually like now there's like new things coming out that you don't have to use soap. Like hot water is all you need to do
'cause it'll
it. And
kill the
also not
bacteria.
showering every day and stuff like
Right,
that.
right.
Yeah.
I don't think that washing your hair, but I don't I get the building the immune system because I have children, and when they got sick, I'm like, okay, they have a cold, relax. They're building their immune system. Like everybody's like, oh my god, today people freak out over the littlest thing. But for me
Antibiotics.
as a woman, I've never gotten into bed. I don't care if I'm drunk. Even that night that I came home, Michael had to help me into the bathtub.
Oh my God, does Michael hate me so much?
Michael hate you.
He's
No,
like,
when
oh,
Michael
that,
goes.
that drinker, Claire
No,
Galterio.
Michael, Michael knows I'm a lightweight. I could have 2 glasses of wine and I get the day.
No, wait. Actually, I'm really glad Vinny's here because I want to have like guys' point of views on things. So Miley Cyrus went a while without shaving her armpits.
Ugh.
What do you think about that?
I think not shaving the armpits is gross, but
On a girl,
I'm
right?
actually Well,
it's gross,
on a
too.
girl, I shave mine too.
Do you?
I'm into this new thing though. Like I started like depending on certain girls. Like I don't mind like a little bit of like a bush.
I was actually going to ask you, what do you think of pubic
Wait
hair?
a second, but wait.
I don't
you
know, it
mean-
makes me
wait,
feel like dirty or
A
something.
landing
What?
strip? A landing strip?
Like,
or
No, like a little bit of like a
full
nappy bush.
oh,
Nappy bush?
Wait,
Not
no,
even
no,
like
like,
a groom's
I got-
bush?
Not like how can I put this?
like Adam and Eve. When you see a picture of Adam and Eve, she's got a bush.
Hold on. Do
can't
girls,
explain.
because right now the trend is no hair. Are there girls out there that even have that? A bush?
Bush?
Yeah, well,
yeah.
it's far. It's
You think so? I think
Yes.
it's foreign.
It's far and few in between.
That's what I'm
but that's what
saying.
I'm saying. When I saw
Yeah.
it, I'm like, what are these unknown territories? And I'm like,
Wait, was
exploring.
the girl really, really hot?
Fuck yeah. She was hot
Yeah.
as fuck. And she was like, and I'm like, I was intrigued. It
Yeah.
intrigued
Yeah.
me.
Wow.
No, I'm not saying
But
every
you know
girl-
what makes it even more sexy? Have you ever seen a girl and she just is like, "Don't hate me because I'm just I don't try messy hair like that bed
Yeah.
head."
Oh, yeah.
It's called the bed crotch. I
Right,
mean,
right.
there's something.
Yeah.
That's
but also,
crazy.
there was something also about her being so shaven
confident
and clean cut everywhere else. That like she was like almost that was like her.
Yeah, I like it.
Her passion project that she's
sexy.
working on the side. Like a guy works on his like car in the garage.
Yeah,
she's working on her bush.
Bush.
So I was into that. I was into
not
that.
for us, but I get it. Not for us.
I'm just sharing because I just never
Were you
thought
into
that
it?
I would do it.
Yeah, you loved it.
I just said it, Sammy. Stop trying to catch me again.
No, I'm not. Oh my god, you're so nervous
He's
over
like,
here.
I loved it, especially when she pulled out her penis. Is when his favorite was his
Would you
Oh my
prefer
God,
that
that
over
was
a
a clean shaven?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't say prefer, but
Okay.
like women are like a menu. You want a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You know what I'm saying? When I go out,
Listen, you wanted the male perspective. This is the most honest, real.
Oh yeah,
I know.
This is it.
I just thought girls nowadays just don't even have that anymore. I just thought they will do like fun things like a landing strip. I just never knew somebody went like full 70s
I
bush
think
out there.
not 70s. 70s was like hardcore.
Yeah,
it's
that's
like a little.
hardcore.
It's like a layer of hair. I would say it's like a like if a guy's listening
So
to
she
this,
grooms
he's
it.
like
It's not like-
it's like a 3 on the clipper. Like when you're doing your hair.
She grooms it,
Not
which
like
is
a 7.
fine. But I'm thinking you're talking about full on like
No, no, no,
70s
no, no,
bush
no.
hair.
No, it's like Edward
No.
Scissorhands came and like gave it like a little
Just
design,
like a
it's
little,
like a
touch-up.
like a ballerina.
It's not coming out of
Good
the
for
underwear.
her.
Like a ballerina.
Good stuff.
Well, what about for guys, though?
I was just about to
with
say.
the girl's perspective here now. Girl, I mean,
Well, I like my cocks.
yeah. Whenever you
Sammy,
are giving,
in case you were wondering, because I know that's your next question.
Vinny, whenever you're giving
my
blowjobs,
dicks,
so
those
sensitive.
lesbians with the dicks, they had great bushes.
do you like? Because men in locker rooms, I feel like, are so different than women in locker rooms.
This
Even
is
though
why women and men are different.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, that's fine. I just feel like guys will literally sit there and have full blown conversations with their dicks out, and they don't give a shit, and that's just like totally normal. I feel like girls are a little different. I did, however,
No, I don't do that.
leave a gym though because this one woman was blow drying her pubic hair, and I was just like, I can't ever come back here. It was disgusting. Full blown, like,
is that what happens in locker
sure,
rooms? I thought you guys just
I've
make
seen
out
it too.
and look
No.
at
I've
stuff.
never
too.
seen it. I've never seen
I
that.
passed by like a couple orgies going on, like in the steam room, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna keep going.
women?
Yeah.
Wait, where was
gym are
this?
you
Where
going
was
to?
this? Where was
Is
this?
it co-ed? Can I go? Oh, okay. I was like, no, because in LA and shit, like a lot of like in the gay neighborhoods, there's like signs that say like no sexual activity allowed in in the men's locker in the sauna because guys
Well, I
get
think
down.
that's like a big, isn't it like a big pickup joint, gyms?
I mean,
Or
I
no?
guess I don't know. I don't know, Sammy.
Sam, your phone's ringing.
No, it wasn't me. It's Vinny's.
Vinny, do you want me to answer?
It's
it?
not me.
Oh, it's me.
Oh,
It's my
Sig.
ex-husband.
Wait. You asked me a question before we.
Oh, I asked you about
Oh no, this
how
is
you
why men
prefer
and
your
women are
pubic
different.
hair.
This is why men and women are different
On a
when it comes
male.
to everything. And I don't like when they talk about double standards and shit. And I always answer, I say because men and women are completely different animals.
Yep,
and,
Siggy says that all the time.
And women can like a guy who's chubby, who's hairy, and that could be the most sexy thing. And then she could see
It
a guy
is.
with ripped up Ryan Reynolds and be like, ew.
Ew.
You know what I mean? Meanwhile, you'll never see a guy see a chubby, hairy girl and say she's hot and then not Megan Fox.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's why I think it's very subjective because
Yeah.
there are girls too that even when I get out of the gym and I'm sweating, they can be like, "Oh, get on top of me right now," you know, and I'm like, I smell, so I don't. Right? Do you, or I don't know.
No,
Maybe you
yeah.
like smelly. Maybe you don't. I don't know.
I
No,
think
but there
everybody has their
are-
own taste.
No,
Yes.
but there are girls who are coming out of the gym, like when I'm in yoga class or spin class, and they look beautiful when they're coming out of the gym. They have this glow about them.
Yeah.
So I
no,
get,
but I'm saying men though. How would you feel about men coming out of the gym?
I don't. I'm not
Please
into
shower.
men's with muscle. I don't like.
No. I mean, like if it's like sweatiness and hairiness and shit.
I
'Cause
think
that was her
like you
question.
just said,
Yeah.
there's a time for it. There's some times when I like for my husband to chew me up alive, and then there's other times where it's like I like him to be a little bit, more clean.
I have a question.
Yeah.
When like you're having sex with somebody and it's like sweaty and like the sweat like drips down from the guy, is that like a good thing or a bad thing?
It's
You
a
just
good
don't-
you're,
you don't
you're
think
making,
about it.
You're making him sweat. I think that's a
Yeah.
good thing.
Yeah.
It's not like he's like on his cell phone texting and he's sweating. I'm like, oh, you're disgusting.
Yeah.
That's a little different when he's not doing
No, but I'm saying it's on
anything.
top of you.
Yeah,
I don't.
yeah,
I
dripping on
just
top
don't
of you.
think you
Cares.
focus on that,
Yeah,
like
if
in the
you're-
moment.
No, you know why I
Yeah.
focus on it and I don't focus
Are
on
you a sweater?
Yeah, but the reason why I focus on that because like there could be a bunch of other sloppy fluids going on that I won't like think
That's the
about.
thing, yeah.
But like the sweat I do because it's always that like one bead of sweat. You know what I mean? If it was just me
Gets in
like
her eye,
if it was like
her
a
mouth.
bucket of water just splashing on top of her, I wouldn't think about it. But because like I'm like doing it and then it's just like
Wait,
like right on her forehead. I'm like, I'm looking at it.
And that's all you're focused on for the rest of the time.
It's like when you spit on somebody.
Does she wipe it off and look at you like, what the fuck was that? Was it
but it's like when you spit, like when you're talking to someone, you spit by accident, and it's like this mutual thing that you both know. That just happened.
Has a girl ever started sweating on you? And you weren't sweating?
No, not like a bead, but like definitely like I want it to be sweaty. I want it to be disgusting and sloppy and wet. So I don't care. You're asking the wrong guy. But like never like a bead like on sweat on top
so
of me.
That's so funny.
The bead.
Yeah, not that one single strand. The teardrop.
No, I think you go with it. If that's what the girl's focusing on, then she's obviously not into what is going on at the moment. She's worried about your
What is your biggest turn off during sex?
Turn off?
Yeah.
Like something that you're just like, oh, now I'm like I'm not in the game anymore.
Yeah. I would say like honestly going back to the same thing, I would say when it's like, well, first of all, when a girl doesn't give me head. That's like my number one thing. I mean, I'm like, Chris Rock said it. He's like, a girl came up to him and he tried to get with her and she said, oh, I don't give head. And he's like, they still make you? Like they still make your model, like you know what I mean. Like we're in this century, so that's something I need, and it's more about. It's not even just about that. It's like the idea that's behind it, the fact that she's willing to do it. It turns me on. The foreplay to it. You know what I'm saying? So I would say that. So and then like there's different levels, but that's the number one thing.
Right. If a girl was like, I don't do that, would you literally just stop and be like, all right, this is annoying, or you'd be like, I'm never doing this with you again, but let's just keep going.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I would finish the job if I could, honestly,
right.
Because at that point, what would turn me off and not be able to get me erect is not even the fact that I wasn't getting a blowjob. It's the fact that she said no. So now in my head, I'm like, this girl's not fully into me.
Right.
And I'm sucked out of the moment.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's a problem.
Would you
I have
ever
to start thinking about porn in my head and two lesbians with dicks. Yeah.
Have you ever gone down on a girl and then try to kiss her and then she won't kiss you back?
No, never. They're always girls.
There's girls that do that.
That don't kiss you back.
Yeah.
In my experience, I was just.
You know what? That's so rude for a girl,
Your face
to
just
do.
in your
Are you
vagina.
fucking kidding me? In my experience, the girls grab my head and suck her pussy juice off me.
Exactly. Sam is closing her eyes. She's thinking about pussy
God.
You're asking the questions. I'm gonna fucking answer you.
No, I love it. I love every second of it. It's so funny.
No, you know what I was saying though, and you would get a kick out of this. I'm like this new. I have this new thing in life where. Somehow I feel like we attract people to us who subconsciously who are on the same wavelength as us, especially like in the bedroom.
Absolutely.
Because somehow like I'm attracting girls who like are into like the certain things that I'm into, which is not like really common. And like I'm like, are you into that?
You just
What
you
are
must
you
have
doing
good
that
radar.
that's-
You have
but,
like
like-
good radar. You have a good sense on what you like.
Yeah,
and what you like.
I guess, but it's funny how because I always get insecure. Like I'm like, is she gonna,
Vinny,
whatever?
what are you
She's gonna
into
get
that it's that foreign?
Oh, now it's your turn.
Well, now I'm just
now
curious.
we're going around. Yeah.
You're not
What am
going
I
to be in
into?
your VIP section. You might as well just tell me what gets you all excited.
I definitely like sloppy, right? I think sex naturally, I think we are, the reason why a vagina has to be wet is because that's a natural instinct from God, you know what I mean? That we have to be wet during sex. A penis has to be wet. And everything has to be. So like I just take that premise and I expand on it and I think everything has to be wet. Like the head has to be wet. My head, hers, but I wouldn't mind like her like opening her mouth and like I spit in her mouth and like I choke her and then like she has like
What the hell?
and then like she's
He's not holding back.
I'm not holding back, but that's also not this crazy thing. That's my point. I'm meeting these girls that are like asking me to do it to
Because
them.
at the end of the day, we're all human, and every single person out there, everybody talks about sex like it's such a bad thing. Like
I don't give a fuck. I'm here to do it.
Who
to
we
be like,
are. This
first of all, it's a
every
podcast,
single
and
person,
you know what you're getting into when you listen to it.
Nothing wrong.
This
with,
isn't daytime.
I think it's really cool that you're saying exactly how you feel, but people forget like it's so wrong.
I'm holding
Can't
back.
talk about this. Like no, when you're old enough and you're mature enough, and this is what goes on in your life.
Yeah.
We all do the same exact things.
I'm just so taken back by the fact that you are saying that you like sloppy and spitting in a girl's mouth
there
and letting
isn't-
her look all over you. But then his question before was, do you guys get uncomfortable when I have like a little sweat?
That's what I
sweat.
because I said
That's
it's
what
the
I'm
one
saying.
bead.
Yeah,
That's what I said. It's like more of a mental thing.
Forget the saliva that's all down
Yeah.
your body, but like that one bead is what makes
Yeah,
you
no.
insecure. And that's
I
great.
go crazy with it, but yeah, no. So of course, that's not something that you just start doing to every girl, right?
Right,
So
right,
I
right.
think that because because I've attracted certain girls in my life that are into that, I'm like, holy shit, like what is that weird universal energy that's making me end up with this girl in bed?
Do you think
know?
it's maybe because you're also getting a little older, and women nowadays, when they're in their later 20s,
Like
will
to be
let
spit
you-
on?
like to be spit on and like choked and their hair pulled a little bit. Like when you're not 17 years old, 18 years old, 18,
That's
19,
true.
20, 21.
You're
When
more
you're a little younger, you're
experienced and
more,
more-
That's
yeah,
true.
you're more self-conscious about your body. And when you're in your late 20s or late 30s, you're like,
Possibly.
fuck this shit, we're gonna do this and it's gonna be fun.
Would you? I have a question, Vin.
yeah.
Would you be into a girl who doesn't want to have sex on the first couple times you meet them? Like, do you like that challenge, or
question,
would you
Vinny.
be into somebody? Would you be into somebody more? Like, would you call back somebody who gives it up on the first night, or would you actually go for the girl who does not?
When I like a girl, and I can probably speak for a lot of guys, when I like a girl, the last thing on my mind is sex with her.
I can't because
That's
I
so nice.
love you, Vinny.
Yeah.
'cause
Vinny,
this is- I
you're-
tell
I
you,
swear, no, I'm not
it's
even saying
crazy.
that. I'm not even saying that as like a
Yeah.
pussy thing.
Right.
There's like-
Physically, I don't even want it to happen. I'm like
so
thinking
nice.
about like all right, I want to like hold her hand,
Right.
and that gets me into trouble too,
No, that's
because then
really
like my
nice.
boy is like taking that girl home and fucking her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, I should have been that guy.
Right.
You know? But no, like literally, it's the last thing, and I want it to build, and I want the anticipation to build, and I want to like
That's
I want
respect
her
for
to
that
be like
person.
invested in me and like anticipate it more. You know what I mean? So yeah, but when I like somebody, when I don't really like have
it
those
doesn't matter.
feelings, I do want to like have sex with you. And
I
I'm sorry,
hope
I'm
everyone is really listening to what he just said.
Why?
Yeah,
Which
'cause
part?
you-
Oh,
because
So
she
we
always
talk
says
about
that.
this.
We
Yeah,
always say that.
we always talk about this, and I'm glad you just have it.
And I
you
think
know.
I'm glad you brought that up.
There's a lot of pressure.
Thanks, Vin.
There's a lot of pressure for women to hook up, and
Yeah, yeah.
if I want to hook up because I'm afraid he won't like me, and all my friends are doing it, and I'm like, no, hold back.
Hold back, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, but if it's, unless, like Vinny said, he has to.
He has to like you because I'm not saying I'm not
Right.
telling every girl to hold back.
no,
you know?
right. But listen,
But
if
would you like somebody who gave it up also, or it depends?
You know what it is too. Here's the thing. It's like oh yeah, of course. The thing is, I don't judge. Like I'm on some like new metaphysical shit, like where I just don't let my ego judge people on different things. So
Good.
whatever. But at the same time, like you can not have sex with me, but still get me horny and still make me excited to have sex, without even touching me sometimes. Or you could just be so annoying and be like, I'm not that type of girl, and I never want to call you again.
Yeah.
So you don't have to give it up, but you can do things that are enough of a, and I don't want to say a tease because
right.
tease isn't fun
but it's
all
just
the
the
time.
energy of a specific person.
keep you
Yeah, and
To keep
energy.
you- it's the energy
to
to
keep me
keep
into
it-
and to
yes.
also like you gotta like a guy is like sensitive. You gotta like like
Code his
you
ego
gotta
a little
code his
bit.
ego. You gotta let him know it's
Absolutely.
coming.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just give me a little
Just-
more time.
exactly.
We don't
Little
like the
hints
unknown
and
little
clues.
hint. Exactly.
Beautiful.
And then we'll be cool.
Yep.
You know. But I also don't think there's anything wrong sometimes. I always say this too. Like, look, I don't advocate going out and hooking up with a different guy every day. But if you do find somebody where you're going to have this like amazing experience and like what's the difference between like today and tomorrow when you hang out with him again? Actually, I think you judge it more by the hours than anything. Because think about it. I can hang out with a girl all day and all night and spend more time with her than I would have on 7 dates sometimes, where I just took them to a movie or something like that.
Yeah.
True.
So I think enough hours with somebody, you develop that trust and, enough to
It's
just
very true. You have to get
Have
to know
sex.
somebody like that.
Totally.
insertion.
Yeah. So
Insertion.
anyway,
Choking over here. Are you drinking a pumpkin spice latte?
No, I'm drinking a skinny vanilla latte.
That's my favorite.
Vinny, you're my new favorite. So great.
yeah.
Well,
Wait, is
what's
there
up?
anything Jersey Shore that you want to bring up or talk about while you're here?
Jersey Shore? No.
Or you moved on from that?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a part of my life. It's definitely a part of
Yeah.
my life. I don't not accept it. But I do I do stand-up comedy. I do improv. I've been going to school for improv comedy since Jersey Shore. So like now that it's done, I've like gotten really into that. I'm in an off-Broadway play that's like hilarious on
Called
Saturdays.
what?
It's called That Bachelorette Show, and it's basically like a classy male review. It's like a parody of The Bachelorette. So a bunch of guys are on stage, and our job is to go flirt with the audience, interactive, and
So
go.
you do that?
Yeah, I have to go up to girls and dance with
That's
them
so
and
funny.
shit.
This is
And-
amazing.
Oh, and guess who's in the crowd? Bachelorette parties. So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
all like it's like they found
That's
the
so
niche
funny. I
of
love
bachelorette
that.
parties, and then they really vote for the guy at the end.
Wow.
And
Have you ever won?
I won, but I'm tricky because I play her ex-boyfriend who comes back
okay.
to vow for love. So sometimes they don't like me, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what my passion is
when do you
acting.
do that?
Honestly,
When do you do
on
that?
Saturdays. You guys can come. You guys can
Till
come on
when?
Saturday.
When it's
They're actually
we
begging.
should.
They're like, "Oh my god, can you get someone from Jersey Shore to come?" And I'm like, "I'm not going to ask them to come."
I would
the
love to
fuck-
go. I like stuff like that.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, if you want to
What?
come,
What
you
does
would.
that
Sam,
mean?
No, if you want to come, you'd be doing me a
Let's
favor.
go,
They
let's
want
go.
to. They want fucking.
No, of course.
I said
cool.
Sammy's the only one that kind of
Yeah.
like lives around here, so maybe
Yeah.
she would.
You let me know, and I'm there.
Okay.
I don't care. What do I do?
What do you do?
I do the podcast, and I have my clothing boutique, Sweetheart Styles. Don't forget to check that out, everybody.
Yeah.
And I'm just working on some things behind the scenes.
I mean, I wasn't really asking you.
Oh. Shut up.
I wasn't saying like, what do you
But
do?
people don't know. I still talk to Vinny, so
That was
we're
it?
cool.
That's
Yeah.
I saw her.
And
I saw Sammy out on the
we
town
see-
a couple
yeah.
times.
I see Vinny
So
out.
weird not seeing her as like a single girl, but a lot of girls nowadays, like you see them single and like they're acting a certain type of way, like Drake raps about in his songs. But Sammy's always like mad, like just respectful in the corner, like
Chill.
with or without a guy. You know, I couldn't
Thanks,
picture. I
man.
could never even picture you with a guy, honestly, except the one I've seen. I'm serious. I can't. Like, and that's a good thing. That means you've put yourself on
I'm just like
a level that is
yeah.
like unattainable, which is good.
I think
like
so.
that.
I don't know. We have like a couple of mutual.
Hardball
People we
softball.
know.
I'm doing it to you. You see, Sammy's
Anyway,
so cool. I can't picture her with a guy. Who are you dating? What?
Yeah, right. Vinny, what's the name of your podcast and when does it? You stop for a little bit, right? You're gonna bring it back up?
It's Get Into It with Vinny G. You can probably listen. You can listen to all my episodes on iTunes. But we're doing a little renovation, changing some things around. I really love doing it, and I like talking about sex. So maybe something like that. But
You
yeah,
should have that. Like,
Yeah.
you got to pick your thing. You know,
You're
what
good
I
at
mean?
it.
Yeah,
You
no,
sound
for
really
real. And
good
I love,
today.
and honestly, I love. There's no one I love talking about it more to than women,
Mm-hmm.
because guys can talk about sex all day, and
Right.
it's not.
And
the
I
same.
also feel like they try and like put up fronts with their friends and shit.
And not only
Oh,
that,
yeah.
you should always do something that you're passionate about. And
Yeah.
you're at a stage in your life where you're so passionate about the act of sex.
Yeah,
so
it's
freaking
true.
talk about it.
It's
Why
true.
not?
It's
And
true.
you talk about it in a nice way.
Yeah. Well,
You know-
we talk about it in a factual
I
way.
mean, even Sam, your head almost came off a few times. I was like, oh my God.
That's
but
just because
But it's all
in
things that we
every
already
normal
know.
and it like I said, we're all human. We all do the same things. You may not admit it, you may know
Right.
about it, but everybody out there has sex unless you're somebody who does not have sex.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? But this is a human act. This is nothing like out of the ordinary. But
Yeah.
sometimes it's just like when you hear these raw stuff, you're like, oh my God, my
You know what? I
little
will tell
ears,
you this,
can't
though.
believe
I
this
was
is
listening
coming out of
to-
his mouth.
I was listening to, you guys know Angela Yee. She's like
Yes.
a Power
Yeah,
105.
yeah.
I was listening to her podcast, like just randomly, and these girls were like going in on sex, right? And like, I felt like I was a little boy, like looking behind the curtain.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Into
Yeah.
it. And I'm like, I'm going to listen to her podcast next
Right.
week.
Yeah.
So, Sammy,
Yeah.
let it go, boo.
Yes, Sammy.
Sam has talked about sex before. We got
You
wanna-
do you want to hear what?
Tax got me
Do you
good.
wanna hear
Tax
what-
got me good on.
Yeah.
So I also had alcohol in me though too that night.
Oh, yeah. Is it? Wait,
Loosey
his,
goosey.
his podcast is coming out. Wait,
It comes
when
out
is
Wednesday.
Wednesday?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
listen.
All three of us were on.
So
We had
when we
the-
come out, it'll
Yeah,
be out.
today.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You
Yeah.
guys have to check out.
So it'll be
Tax.
out Wednesday.
Okay, so I can listen to
Sam
you talk
talks about
talk crazy.
blowjobs.
No.
You talking about blowjobs? Wow. Well, you know what's crazy? What these girls said, and again, I'm just going to say it because they said, I'm quoting, that what really intrigued me was this girl, she was talking to the other girl, and she goes, they were just having a conversation so casually. She goes, do you come from sucking dick? And like, just hearing a girl say that to another girl, I was like,
Taken back.
I'm like, am I horny? Am I disturbed? I don't know what's going on. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because they're talking like guys, you know?
Yeah.
Wow.
But that's what got me. And again, that's their podcast.
Yeah.
It's probably more about sexual things. You know what I mean? But yeah,
We should
fucking
even have you
talk
on and
it,
talk
yo.
about sex more often.
I'd be the sex expert
Yeah.
that comes on.
The
You know, I'm
sex
seasoned.
expert.
The sex expert.
The sexpert.
Yeah, because it's good. It's really good to get a guy's point of view on things and figure out.
I mean,
what's-
I'm
what's-
just pissed because, and I'm not gonna. Cause,
Into
and
a
this is me
guy's
too.
mind.
This is why I'm not the best podcaster and radio person, because I don't ask hard hitting questions to people. Like,
But I do.
Yeah, I'm not Sammy, you know. So
Sam.
I respect my guests, but there were a lot of.
Oh, I
I'm just
respect
saying,
you.
Oh, I'm just saying.
What did I ask that was really that bad?
Okay, I don't give
Yeah.
a fuck. Oh, I'm just
That's what
saying
I'm
though.
saying.
I'm just. What did you say? This girl goes, you know, well, I could do my best Sammy impression too. So these girls, they looked like men. So would you say that Vinny likes men?
Wait,
And I quote, Because that's real. That's
Oh
a
my
good
God.
question.
No, that happened.
That's a
I
good-
heard
yeah,
it.
oh,
Say,
did it
That
happen?
happened.
Okay.
I was
who
listening.
cares? You could have been like, yes, Sam.
I mean,
so
you're
attracted to them.
asking me, so I don't give
I'm
a
just
fuck. But you
saying-
just asked me if I like men.
I was asking you, are you attracted to that type, like that type of swag, like manly look? That's all I was
all I'm
wondering.
saying is I'm nice.
You
I
got
don't- I
really
don't-
shy though and sensitive, and I'm sorry that I
I was just taken back. I loved it. I love Sammy's fucking Howard Sternness over here. But I'm just saying.
Because like you're my brother. I like already know what you're gonna say.
I'm just saying
so.
there were a lot of questions asked to me that I could have asked right back to you guys, but
But what?
You should
He's
have.
respectful.
But I was like, not, because
I
you
think
had
we
a
need to have
question.
Vinny back on
you
here.
said the craziest place you ever had sex, and I answered. Then like Sammy
You didn't
changed the
answer. I
subject.
answered for you.
you know
You
what?
turned into my gay lesbian orgy.
Right. No, but he's
I thought
right.
that was a crazy experience for you, from what I witnessed, because you didn't mention.
What's the craziest place you've ever had sex?
I'm not really that crazy.
Yeah, mine's not crazy. I like.
I don't know.
Really.
I don't know
fancy
what.
place.
I
Like
don't
the living
even
room, the
know.
kitchen. What?
No, I don't even know.
I'm not like big into public shit either.
I
I'm
don't
not into
know.
public, and I'm not into like
It's been a long time.
rapey
for me.
type of shit. Like
Yeah,
guys
well,
like
that's-
beating up girls and
Oof.
stuff. Like
No.
like
That's a
seriously, that's a
breed.
whole
That's a breed.
S&M and stuff. Like I'm
Yeah.
not into that,
No.
and I'm a fucking freak. But like I
Okay.
just don't like the
Stupid freak.
painful
But
shit.
you still never mentioned your craziest spot, though.
I don't probably.
Real quick before we have to get out of here.
I mean, I'm known as like the bathroom bandit because like and I. Whoa, you heard that
I
shit?
heard that.
God was like, don't say this next line. Because I do like the idea too of like pulling a girl, like you're both drunk and
Right,
stuff,
right.
and like go into the bathroom, like in a club, pick up her dress real quick, like do shit like that. But like I'm not into like, oh my God, like let's have a picnic and do it like next to the swing sets. Like that does nothing to me.
That
you know?
doesn't sound as fun as the bathroom.
Yeah, I'm like so I'd say like a bathroom, I guess, but also I'm not, again, that's not what gives me the rush. What gives me
Right.
the shit that I want to do to you, let's do it behind closed doors.
Yeah.
We don't want
Right.
people to see that because
Well, there you go. Well, Vinny, thank you so much for coming and hang out with us.
where's the weirdest place you had sex?
Oh, I said bathroom. You
Oh,
guys just
okay,
didn't hear
okay. I
me.
didn't
Just
hear
the
you.
bathroom?
Yeah.
Yeah, not like my bathroom. We're actually in a really, 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 really fancy sushi restaurant. And
A really fancy bathroom.
yeah, like a really
with a bidet.
fancy bathroom.
Yeah.
I remember telling my girlfriends, they're like, "Oh, so what'd you do last night?" I was like, "Oh, I ate at this restaurant, and Dave and I had sex in the bathroom." And they were like, "You had sex in there? That place is really fancy." I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
I don't
It's just a
discriminate.
thrill. I think if
Right.
it gives you a thrill and it's exciting,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter where you have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
on,
In the
Siggy.
back of a van.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you go,
Straight
girl.
up gangster.
Yeah.
I love it.
In the back of a van.
In the back of a van.
Yeah. But I'm more of a prima donna. Like I'm a princess. Like I want to be in bed.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I want to,
Pampered.
You're
I
like
want
a
to, not even
romantic.
pampered. Like I want to be able to take care of each other for hours.
Right, right.
I like to have like wine and champagne and maybe chocolate covered strawberries.
But you know what's crazy though?
like
That sounds
yeah.
actually
It
really
just sounds-
nice.
yeah, no, but I'm
Nice.
just saying. It's
Coming
just-
from a girl's point of view, that sounds so nice.
No, it is, but that sets a new standard level when
Yeah.
you do have the opportunity to
You're-
have
you're
the
right.
bedroom.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're
then
right.
you have to
And when you
bring all
don't,
that
you're
stuff
absolutely
in. When
right.
you only have a bathroom, you only have 60 seconds.
You're
it's
right.
that
You gotta do what
quick
you gotta
rush.
do.
You know
Yep.
what I mean?
Yep.
It's like just grabbing a slice of pizza when you're hungry. It just does the
But-
trick.
I
But-
think that's cool. Like what I said, like when you do it in random places, like it's the rush. Like you're not
Yes.
supposed to be doing
but,
it.
But
like,
you
like
have
that's
to
what I'm
be
saying.
extremely secure with yourself because I'm very self-conscious and I'm a very confident person. But when it comes time for sex, I like to smell a certain way. Like there are these shops
yeah,
in Florida all over, and there's this stuff like this strawberry balm. Hey, you put on
She
your.
smells like strawberries.
No, but
Yeah.
I like girls like that. Yeah.
No, but I'm just saying I like to. I'm very girly, and I like to. If I smell like if I always feel like if I brush my teeth and I have good breath and I smell good.
Yeah, it's important.
Not for him. For me, I could go.
You're more confident.
I
yeah.
could go a
Yeah.
little bit deeper and be more secure in it.
yeah.
And
Right.
that turns him on because when he sees me, when my
Secure,
husband
yeah.
sees me getting turned on by he's like, "Oh my God,
Yeah, that's
you
even
are
hotter.
so freaking hot." And
It's
I'm
funny. Guys are like, we wouldn't. Like, let's just say you didn't shave and there was like a little stubble, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Because like
We don't keep-
It happens
yeah.
all the time. But I do. I guess I like when a girl like at least announces like I didn't shave and acts a little secure. But I hate when she makes it like the main thing that's like preventing us from. I'm like, are
No,
you
no,
fucking
right.
serious? I'm not looking at your fucking
You're right.
2 hairs
You're right.
on your legs right now.
Right.
But I'm glad she announced it because
Right.
it showed that she's aware of it
Right.
and she's not just like Jane of the Jungle.
No, but I know girls who are the opposite of anything that you would sleep with. Okay. And,
Whoa, what do you mean by that?
But I'm just saying.
You don't know.
No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I take it back. Not. But I'm just saying.
Because I love just like a
No, but the ones who are
He
just.
loves a basic bitch.
Yeah.
No, it's not. I'm not talking about basic. I'm just talking about downright nasty, like really like the roommate thing. I don't shower. I don't shave. I don't give a
I was gonna
shit.
say, wait, I like nasty.
No, wait.
What are we talking
No,
about?
but not
No,
nasty
I'm
like that,
kidding.
but I'm
I
just
think
saying-
he's pretty broad with
No,
like,
but I'm saying taking it to the other next level. Like I don't give two shits. I like one of my girlfriend is like once this is disgusting, and I'm like her name was Amy, and she's like, oh my god, he went down on me, and then I smelled like fish, and like things like that to
My
me
boy-
gross me out. Like I can't even hear
Sam's
about
leaving.
it.
My boy was in a relationship with a girl that farted and burped like a guy in front of anybody.
Oh, like see to me, that's
I don't even like guys that do
Yeah,
that.
that grosses me out
Yeah.
so bad.
She fucking farted in front of people like it was just like and laughed about it. I'm like,
Right.
holy
it's
shit.
not cute. It's
Right.
not.
Yeah.
So I
don't
can't
care how
see.
comfortable
I just
you
want
are.
to take one thing
Yeah.
away too. Like I know I talked about like the sloppiness and stuff like that, but
Yeah, but you're talking about sloppiness in a hot way.
no. But even that's not my main because I've had also sex that's just like we're fucking. You would think we're turtles, just like staring at each other, hardly even moving and nothing. And it was like amazing
Intense,
because it
right.
was just like
Turtle.
Right.
there was a
No, I get
feeling
it.
behind it, like there was something else.
It's
Because
intense.
sex is 90% mental.
Yes.
So if there's something else,
Right.
and that sloppiness gives you that mental imagery that's making it crazier. But if there's something
Yes.
else that's hitting that mental stimulation, you don't need all that shit either.
Absolutely
Sometimes it's not even sloppy spit. It's like a strand of spit on her chin or something. That's just enough to get that mental thing
Right,
going,
right,
you know? So
Yep.
I don't want to make it seem like, Vinny needs to have crazy porn star sex every
Right.
time because
No, but you.
that's not true.
After this podcast, girls are gonna be like, all right, I gotta step up my game.
Yeah, no.
I'm gonna sleep with Vinny. I gotta get some like props. I need maybe
I need like a donkey. I need like a couple
I need
little
I
people.
need another partner. I
Yeah.
can handle it. That's awesome.
Man, yeah.
No, Vinny wants to have real sex. It's got to be intense. It's
Yeah.
got to be real. It's got to be a connection. That's what he wants.
Exactly.
So
And you know
don't
what's-
go out and buy the freaking donkey.
No, and the funny thing too is that you would think, like, oh, Vinny's a whore.
No.
But that actually makes you the opposite of a
Opposite
whore
of a
because it
whore.
makes it harder
Absolutely.
to find a girl
Right.
that you actually want to do it with.
Absolutely.
Because at this point, I'll go home and do it myself
Yeah.
Right.
if it's just going to be some basic shit.
Exactly.
And I don't have to call you an Uber, so it's good.
Right.
Love a good Uber.
Hey, Sam.
Hi.
Sam, welcome back. Sam had a pee, but we actually I
Yeah.
need to head out. I don't know if you guys can hear my stomach growling so loud. I'm
I had a piece
starving.
of. I'm sorry, I had to leave for a second. I had a piece so bad. I was holding it this whole time.
Oh, you know how I feel about peeing.
Yes.
Such an
Worst.
inconvenience.
Yes.
Thank you guys for having
Vinny,
me. This
thanks
is
for
fun.
having
You
Anytime.
are
Yeah.
seriously.
Anytime.
Vinny, you're amazing.
No, thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
He's
Thank
all
you.
right. No, I'm just kidding.
And you're back on my good list.
Oh, okay.
After
Thank
I
you.
actually met you.
Actually,
and-
she was really sour about the whole thing because she even brought it up on the podcast.
I
She
know,
was
but-
like, I
There's probably so many stories like that people
Even
tell
with
these
me.
like go on these fucking tangents of stories. I have no idea they even exist, you
Yeah.
know? Not you. Of course I know you exist, but I'm just saying like, you know,
now he does.
Now he does.
even when you give someone a picture, they're still like if you don't do exactly what they wanted
I
you to
know.
do,
People are so
they're like
awful.
That's so
That's why I always say
crazy.
you lose either way.
Right.
If
So
you take
you're
the
so
picture,
right.
You know what?
you lose. If you don't,
And
you
that's
lose.
why I don't
So
give
right.
to me social media
Mm-hmm.
is we're taking it out. It's out of control.
It is.
It is so out of control.
It really is.
There is a silver lining to it, I will say, because today I posted, or last night, there's a fucking pussy ass bitch that's like torturing some cat. He's on Snapchat. He's taking the cat. And he's fucking beating it. The cat shit on the bed, so he shoved the cat's neck in the shit and is beating it with the belt.
Wait,
No.
somebody posted this?
Yeah, a kid posted it. So I put it on my social media. I'm like, yo, everybody, go find this video. Go look at it. Not that I want you. I mean, I couldn't even watch the video, so watch at your discretion. But I'm all about making this kid famous as fuck so that he gets arrested.
Yeah.
I want him to be so
He
famous.
Did, I think the stupidity of actually posting it.
Well, my point is like exactly,
Yeah.
but social media,
Good,
you
yeah.
can shame
How did you
somebody
shame somebody
find
into
that? Absolutely.
in a good way. I mean,
How'd
that
you
deserve
find
it.
that?
God, absolutely.
It was on a blog, and now it's
Oh,
just
okay.
being spread around and shit.
Good.
like
I
that,
hope it
but
goes viral, and I hope his ass lands.
His
Exactly.
life,
That's
his
why I
life will be
posted it.
his life is
Right.
ruined.
I hope
Yeah.
so. I
Because
hope
when
it
you're
is,
out there,
yeah.
your life's
First of all,
ruined,
there are
especially
laws.
that
I
aspect.
looked it up. There are laws. It was in Alabama where animal cruelty, you can go to jail or at
To
least
be
pay a
cruel
fine.
to an animal, to me, you got to be like super freaking psychotic.
Sick.
something's
Sick.
off.
Well, you're a
Something's
pussy.
off.
You're
You're a
fucking beating up on
loser,
something
a
that has
fucking
no
that can't-
chance.
There's something
dumb.
lacking in the brain,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think,
yeah.
when
No,
you're
totally. All right,
something
we could
that's
talk
helpless.
about
Yeah.
people like
Oh,
this
yeah, I'm
all day
sorry,
long.
yeah.
No, Vinny, you could stay. You can hang
breaking-
out.
You just gotta go.
I have to go.
Wow, that's gangster. It's like, I'm walking out of my own podcast. Bye, guys.
I'm about to drop this mic and y'all can hang out.
Nah.
But for real,
Yeah.
though,
We
you
should
always
wrap
have
it
a
up.
home here.
Oh, thank
you
you.
so much.
Oh,
for
and
You
being
might be
I
seeing
really
me.
liked your I had to add this. I liked
Oh,
your
yeah.
Halloween costume because I feel like that was me.
My Instagram model. Did they see it? Or no?
No, he only
Oh,
posts
oh.
like I
Hold
do
on.
like sometimes endorsements for teeth and
Yeah, I do the same
waist
thing.
trainers and you do. And he posted a picture for Halloween. It was so clever. And
I
it was
see-
like me.
I was
feel
a-
like.
It was you.
It was
I
like
was
me.
an Instagram model.
That's really
No, let
funny.
me see. I
Although I'm
can't.
not an Instagram model, but I used to do the endorsements like that.
That is.
So I got my
That was so clever.
my
I loved
waist
it.
trainer. You know what the craziest part of that was?
It's.
Like, I always like, I'm always trying to think of like the new like funny thing or Vine or whatever it is, and a lot of them just don't do shit. You know what I'm saying? Some of them hit, but with that, it was like one of those things where I'm like, I think this is like gonna be popular.
No, it was so
And then what
clever.
made it popular was that no one on earth thought of it,
Yeah,
which
no
is
one.
something
That
that
is so
something that's
brilliant.
in
Yeah.
all of our faces.
Wait, you
know?
just thought of that yourself? That's just so like
Of
amazing
course.
to me because that was
First of all,
so
I had
awesome.
fucking 3 of these products that I've endorsed myself.
No wonder why you have it.
And then I went to Macy's and bought like a with my sister. I bought like a Fugazi waist trainer, and I
The one
made
you're
my
wearing?
mom sew a pink shirt around it.
Get out.
Yeah, because I tried.
They're all pink.
they're
I have
all
a pink
yeah.
one.
This
Mine's
was
pink.
black. I'm like, I'm not doing black. I need pink. I gotta make this shit fucking
Mine's
legit.
pink. Mine's pink
Yeah.
that I did. That's
was
so
great.
funny.
It's
All right.
amazing.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Vinny, for coming. And
Thank you.
Thank you.
We would
guys.
love to have you again.
Oh
and
yeah.
we hope that when you get your
Oh, you guys gotta
podcast
come on
situation,
mine.
we would
Yeah.
love to
Don't
come
worry.
on
I won't
yourself.
ask you any stupid questions, Sam.
You can. I don't care. I'm ready.
I'm kidding.
Thanks for listening,
Then I'm
everybody.
sorry.
Bye, guys.
We'll talk to you next week.
Bye, everybody. Just saying. See ya.
Bye.